November 24, 1971. Portland International Airport. A man in a business suit, black tie and white shirt walked up to the Northwest Orient Airlines counter. He paid cash for a one-way ticket on Flight 305 to Seattle using the name Dan Cooper. Once aboard the Boeing 727, he ordered a bourbon and soda, lit a cigarette, and sat calmly. But his intentions were far from ordinary. Mid-flight, Cooper handed a note to flight attendant Florence Schaffner. At first, she ignored it, thinking it was just a phone number. But Cooper leaned in and said, "Miss, you'd better look at that note. I have a bomb." Inside his briefcase, he showed wires and red sticks that looked like dynamite. His demand was simple: $200,000 in cash and 4 parachutes. The crew relayed the message to the pilots. Authorities decided to cooperate. The plane circled Seattle for hours while the ransom and parachutes were prepared. When the plane landed, the 36 passengers were released in exchange for the money. But Cooper stayed on board with the crew, preparing for the next stage of his plan. With the ransom secured, he ordered the pilots to take off again, heading toward Mexico City. He gave precise instructions: fly under 10,000 feet, no faster than 200 knots, with the landing gear down. It was clear he knew about aviation. At 8:13 p.m., somewhere over Washington state, Cooper lowered the rear staircase of the 727. Strapping the money to himself, he jumped into the cold, stormy night and vanished. The FBI launched a massive investigation, known as NORIAC. For years, they searched forests, rivers, and mountains. They interviewed suspects, studied evidence, and released composite sketches. But Cooper was never found. In 1980, a young boy discovered $5,800 buried near the Columbia River. The bills matched Cooper's ransom money, but the man himself remained missing. Over the years, many suspects were investigated: Richard McCoy, Kenneth Christensen, Robert Rackstraw, and others. Yet none could be proven to be D.B. Cooper. In 2016, the FBI officially closed the case. To this day, nobody knows if he survived the jump or died in the storm. The hijacking of Flight 305 remains one of the greatest mysteries in aviation. HISTORY D.B. Cooper, the man who vanished without a trace.